In my first video, I spoke extensively about how you should avoid the money pitfall of not saving for rainy days if you intend to journey towards financial freedom. I actually believe that a financial portfolio is not a measure of how much money you make or how much money or the extent in which you can spend, but how much money you can afford not to spend. This is why it is important we master the habit of saving sustainably, because it is when we've saved effectively that we can begin to consider viable investment options. In this video, I'll be sharing some life hacks that have helped my saving habits significantly. Firstly, have a dedicated amount of money you intend to save from your income monthly. Dedicating a percentage of your income to your savings every month perfectly underscores your great budgeting ability. I spoke about budgeting in my last video. Please check it out. It is advisable not to have an irregular saving pattern or a varying amount that you intend to save from your income every month. This is to prevent inconsistency. Instead, you should consider setting a fixed rate that you intend to save from your income when you are paid. Say 20%. I know this might sound so impossible depending on how much you earn, but you can try it at first and see if you can make a little tweak or a little adjustment to it if it's not quite convenient for you to save 20% of how much you earn. The second saving hack that has transformed my saving habits significantly is saving first. A lot of us go ahead with our monthly expenses without first putting the money aside that we intend to save in the month. And at the end of the day, because it's quite a busy world and you have a lot you really want to use money for, and if you are not that intentional about your savings by removing your savings from your income when you are paid and then save it first, you might end up not saving anything that month. So I advise you endeavor to transfer the dedicated amount for your savings into a different bank account so that you don't get to spend it or use it for any unplanned or spontaneous spending that might arise during the course of the month. You can consider opening a high saving account, and this could allow you to have some reasonable interest rates on your money as compared to just putting the money in your normal account that doesn't really give you much compensation. You can get more information from your bank with regards to the rates or varying rates they give their customers for using high savings account. So why do you have to save in a different bank account? This helps you see the money as untouchable. It instills a form of discipline in you to plan around the remaining 80% that you have to live your life during the course of the month. And trust me, it will be enough to live around the 80%. The truth is, you will always find a way around making do with the money that is available to you. It's just a consciousness that you have to imbibe, or it's just an habit that you have to cultivate. You can also consider an auto-save system whereby your savings is done in the background without your interference. And with this, you do not override your savings probably due to unforeseen circumstances, because you've already probably given a standing order in your bank that so amount of money should be removed from your account and transferred to your savings account. And this creates a form of autopilot for your savings system, and it helps your savings to be efficient and consistent. Number 3 hack that I have used very frequently is engaging the 7-day rule. After you've perfectly planned your month financially with a detailed budget, it's possible that some spontaneous or unplanned needs or wants arise during the course of the month. This might distort your plans for the month or even crash your budget. So what should you do in this situation? Depending on the urgency of this need or want, try to take 7 days to sleep on it. After 7 days, if the pressure to meet this need persists, then you can consider making an exemption for this unplanned need that wasn't included in your budget. The bottom line is this: don't buy things you don't need, because gratifying impulsive needs can crash your budget for the month and consequently crash your savings. Yes, I understand there might be some serious emergencies that you can't say no to. Depending on the urgency, like I said, consider giving it a thought before meeting those needs. Number 4, ignore pay rises. A rise or increase in your paycheck can be very exciting, and this could lead to a proportional or non-proportional increase in your expenses for the month. You just got yourself a new pay, and then all you could think of is how to flex the money. But I would say, when you have a pay rise, do not act on it immediately. Settle in it for a couple of months before making necessary adjustment to your budget. Meanwhile, you tend to journey quickly towards financial freedom if you allow your savings benefit significantly from your pay rise, as against increasing your budget or your expenses for the month because you have an increase in pay, most especially if you've made ends meet with your previous paycheck. Another very important life hack that you should consider engaging is checking your finances for dripping taps and turning them off. Just like in a normal home setting, if you have a dripping tap, you want to turn it off in order to avoid water wastage, which can consequently increase your bills. Likewise, for our personal finance, we should look out for dripping taps that needs to be turned off in order to prevent wastage. You probably have small, insignificant things that are gradually dripping your finances, and you need to turn them off. Just like if you ignore dripping taps in your home, and over time you realize you've wasted a lot of water, the same thing applies to your finances. It could be that subscription that you barely use its service, but you keep making monthly payments. Turn it off. Finally, this might not be pleasant to gadget-loving folks, but I mean no harm. I really mean no harm. Stick with your current phone. Yeah, stick with your current phone. Even though it's very tempting, or it can be very tempting to upgrade your phones as soon as a new model comes out, this can actually be a huge unnecessary expenses that doesn't give you anything more than the bragging rights. Not surprisingly, that there are just few differences between the new model and the old model. You can't be spending a lot of money because there's an increase in screen size, or a little adjustment has been made to the megapixel, and then you're putting a strain on your finances because of those adjustments, and that will eventually affect your finances when you can actually stick with your current phone. You should consider changing your phone if it has operational or mechanical faults, especially when your phone is not even your means of income. Why change your phone when it's not faulty? In most cases, except your phone has an operational or mechanical issue, it's advisable you save up and buy the phone later. There you have it, folks. I have given some hacks that have helped me maintain a great saving habit. If you have any other ones that have probably worked for you, please share it in the comment section so that we all can learn from this. Thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video.